Garrett Bergman takes the bump for the Oahe Zap as the Zap look to extend their winning streak to 7 straight games. Bergman, his last appearance came out of the bullpen. He's started 2 games this season, posting a 5.7 ERA. Bergman looks to stay on pace here tonight as he faces a dangerous Sasquatch lineup. Bergman finishing up his warm-up pitches. Take a look at the Sasquatch lineup for tonight. Leading off at second base, Ryan Bachman. Benjamin Green bats second. He's at Garen Gledhill back behind the plate for the second time this season for the Zap. In his first game, he threw out 2 Bison base runners trying to steal. Gledhill joining the Zap about 5 days ago. Teammates with Escobar, Johnson, and Curiel out of Saracoso. Bachman digs in. Bergman is ready. Let's play baseball here at Hyde Stadium. Bergman's first pitch hit sharply through the left side. Base hit for Ryan Bachman. The first pitch of the ball game, a base hit for the second baseman. The leadoff man aboard for the Sasquatch with no one out. In steps Benjamin Green. Already a runner on first here for the Sasquatch. Jackson Mix comes in on the infield grass from third. Green hitting .368 this season. Bergman's fastball laced into right field. That ball's going to drop, a base hit. 2 pitches, 2 base runners for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Base hits from Ryan Bachman and Benjamin Green. The Sasquatch in business early here in the top of the first. Batting third now, Seth Nelson. Nelson had a nice night at the plate yesterday. He was 3 for 3 with a couple of walks and a couple of RBIs, reaching base in all 5 plate appearances. Bachman on second, Green on first. Bergman's pitch, down in the dirt, stopped by Gledhill, 1-0. Well, Garrett Bergman, his batting average allowed is .301, but with runners in scoring position, it is just .177. Bergman tends to lock in crucial situations. We'll see if he can do so here. Bergman looking back at Bachman at second, now comes home with the 1-0. That one blooped in the air, shallow left field, going to be tough for anyone to get there. Mix back from third, he can't make the play. Everyone will advance one base. The base is loaded with no one out here for the Sasquatch. Bergman got soft contact on that one, but placed perfectly in between Jackson Mix and Noah Wiggins, the Southern Wesleyan teammates between third base and left field. Bases loaded, no one out now for Kyle Finn. Kyle Finn hitting .345, a couple of long balls this season. Bergman back out of the windup with a runner on third. Gets a swing and a miss from Kyle Finn, 0-1. Finn last night, 3 for 5 at the plate, scored a couple of runs. Bergman's 0-1 pitch upstairs, count evens 1-1. Tough spot for Garrett Bergman. Both Ryan Bachman and Benjamin Green were first pitch swinging. Seth Nelson, a bloop shot left side. Early in the count, found a hole. 1-1 pitch is fouled off the bat of Kyle Finn. Bergman ahead in the count, 1-2. Oahe Zap pitching over the 6-game winning streak, posting just a 2.46 ERA over the past 6 ball games. They've given up 31 runs, just 15 of those have been earned as a pitching staff. It'll be Garrett Bergman, Brady Glenn, and Lucas Creighton to try and get it done for the Zap tonight. Bergman in an early jam. 1-2 the count on Kyle Finn. Bases loaded, no one out. Pitch. Hit on the ground towards short, fielded by Johnson. Johnson goes to third to get the lead runner. A run comes home to score. Now runners on first and second with one man out. The Sasquatch lead 1-0 in the top of the first. Heads up play by Aiden Johnson. Johnson knew that he likely wouldn't be able to turn two. It was a slow ground ball. So Johnson goes to third instead to get the lead runner on the base pads. A run did come around to score. That one fouled off by Jordan Bowman. Kyle Finn, the runner on first. Seth Nelson, the runner on second. Bergman's 0-1 pitch misses low and away, 1-1. Jordan Bowman started Monday night's game for the Sasquatch, had a day off on Tuesday. Bowman went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned. He's hitting .351 at the plate this season, getting it done on both sides of the ball. 1-1 fastball in there for a strike, 1-2. Garrett Bergman, after loading the bases, he had Finn behind in the 1-2 count, got the fielder's choice, now has Bowman behind in the count 1-2 once again. Went with the fastball last pitch, goes to the breaking ball here. Bowman out ahead of it, grounds it foul down the left side. The count remains 1-2. Already action up in the Zap bullpen. It's Lucas Creighton, or maybe it's Jake Hutter throwing. Looks like just a bullpen for whoever's warming up. Bergman needs to go for length today. 1-2 pitch, hit on the ground toward short, could be 2. Johnson to second, Martinez to first, not in time. Bowman running down the line well, and Martinez has still been dealing with a bit of a shoulder injury coming back from a torn labrum, as that one had a little bit of air under it. Now runners on the corners with 2 men out, as Seth Nelson advanced from second to third on the play. Kyle Finn was retired. So a 1-0 ball game as Micah Wallette steps in. Bergman misses outside a close pitch. He's asking the umpire whether or not it was low. The home plate umpire, Dylan Turner, says that it was outside. Dylan Turner flying solo behind the plate tonight. Just one umpire in this ball game. 1-0 pitch, a wave and a miss down in the dirt. Gledhill quickly recovers. Seth Nelson had taken about 3 hard steps toward home before retreating back to third. Count 1-1 on Wallette. Wallette hitting just .236 this season, the lowest batting average in the Sasquatch lineup. Bergman's 1-1. Went to the breaking ball. That one fooled Wallette. Tried to hold up on the swing, but called for a strike 1-2. Garrett Bergman had the bases loaded with no one out. 1 run already in, but if he can get out of the top of the first inning with just 1, he would take that. Bergman's 1-2. Runner goes from first, flare shot foul down the right side. Jordan Bowman's going to have to trot back to first. Count 1-2. Take a look at the Zap in the field. Noah Wiggins in left, Emiliano Curiel in center, Tyler Hoffman in right, Jackson Mix at the hot corner, Aiden Johnson at short, Isaac Martinez at second, Jacob Trusner at first, Garen Gledhill behind the plate. Bergman trying to escape the top of the first. 1-2 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. Huge strikeout for Garrett Bergman as he limits the damage to just 1 run despite a bases loaded no out situation. The Sasquatch lead 1-0 heading to the bottom half of the first. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
Bottom half of the first inning here at Hyde Stadium. Sasquatch out to a quick 1-0 lead over the Oahe Zap. Let's take a look at the Zap lineup tonight. Leading off in left field, Noah Wiggins. Aiden Johnson returning to short with the Buck Snabs injury. He bats second. Garen Gledhill bats third behind the plate, DHing and cleaning up Leandro Guevara. Trusner bats fifth. He's at first. Tyler Hoffman bats sixth out in right field. Isaac Martinez hitting seventh at second base. Emiliano Curiel, who performed the national anthem here tonight at Hyde Stadium, bats eighth. In center, Jackson Mix finishes off the Zap lineup, and they're going to face Russell Peterson for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Peterson in 8 games this season has gone 28 2/3 innings, posting a 1-2 record. He's given up 30 hits, 21 runs, just 17 of those earned, 46 strikeouts against just 11 walks. Peterson pounds the strike zone as Noah Wiggins digs in. Wiggins has been red hot at the plate as of late. A game-tying double on Monday in the 7th inning. The game prior, he ended it with a walk-off 2-run single in the bottom of the 10th. Takes that fastball for a strike, 0-1. Wiggins has his average up to 301 on the season. That is the highest it's been since June 5th. Takes that pitch for strike two. Wiggins quickly behind in the count 0-2. Aiden Johnson on deck. Aaron Gledhill in the hole. Peterson's 0-2 offering. Hit on the ground sharply towards short through the left side. Base hit for Noah Wiggins. Perhaps a little bit off the end of the bat for Wiggins. No matter. It found the hole through the left side. Leadoff single for Wiggins, and the Oahe Zap brings up Aiden Johnson. Johnson had a nice evening on Monday. He was 2 for 3 at the plate. He drove in 2 runs in the 7th inning, including a controversial play in center field. The ball was initially caught by Benjamin Green. Green crashed into the wall and dropped it. At first, it was called as a catch on the transfer, but it was overturned. Johnson would go back out towards second, and the Zap went on to score 2 more runs that inning. 0-1 from Peterson, hit well, left field, that ball drops. Back-to-back singles for the Oahe Zap. Both sides hitting the baseball well in the first inning. Zap runners on first and second, no one out. Johnson turning on the fastball, not doing too much with that pitch. And a big spot early on for Garen Gledhill. Just Gledhill's 3rd game of the summer. He had 1 appearance behind the plate and 1 game where he was DHing. He's 2 for 8 at the plate this summer. Wiggins on second, Johnson on first. Gledhill takes a strike on the outside corner. Couple of walks for Gledhill. He's got it on in 4 out of 10 plate appearances. Swings through that one and falls behind 0-2 in the count. Zap trail by 1 here in the bottom of the first. And they're threatening first and second, no one out. Peterson's pitch hit well out toward right field. Going back is Wallet. Looks up, it's over his head, and 1 hops to the wall. Wiggins heads for third. Johnson's right behind him. Wiggins is going to come home. The play at the plate is not in time. Noah Wiggins dives around the tag from Chance Green as the Zap have tied this one up early on here in the bottom of the first. And still threatening to do more damage. Runners on second and third and no one out. That ball was crushed off the bat of Garen Gledhill. Micah Wallet didn't stand much of a chance out in right field as it got down quickly over his head. Gledhill picks up his first RBI of the season. It's a tie ball game, 1-1 here as Guevara digs in. Guevara was 2 for 4 in Monday's affair, had a triple and drove in a run, takes that one down in the dirt, 1-0. Guevara hitting .344 with runners in scoring position. A big spot here, Zap trying to take the lead, swings through that one, and the count evens up 1-1. The Sasquatch in the top of the first, their first 3 hitters all had base hits, all singles. 2 singles and a double to lead off the bottom half of the first inning for the Zap. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball slipped out of the hand early from Russell Peterson, the count 2-1. Guevara's driven in 16 runs this season. Aiden Johnson on third, Garen Gledhill on second. 2-1 pitch, popped up foul territory. Green looks at the ball, which heads for the seats, and the count now 2-2. All 3 Saracoso players in the lineup tonight for the Zap in Aiden Johnson, Garen Gledhill, and Emiliano Curiel on. Curiel batting 8th tonight. 2-2 pitch, hit sharply, takes a big hop over the head of third baseman Daniel Cook. 1 run scores. Gledhill's going to be held up at third. Guevara advancing down to second. No throw from the catcher. Heads up base running by Leandro Guevara. The throw came to the plate. Green cut it off early, but if he had tried to throw out Guevara on second, Gledhill would have tried to score. Zap take a 2-1 lead. It was a ground ball from Guevara. Took a massive hop over Daniel Cook. Not much that the third baseman could do about that baseball. It'll be a single for Guevara, who advances to second on the throw. Zap lead 2-1. Still no one out with runners on second and third. Brings up Jacob Trusner. You couldn't ask for a much better start to the plate if you're a Zap fan. 4 batters, 4 hits, 2 runs in, 2 runners in scoring position. Jacob Trusner's been struggling a little bit at the plate as of late. He's 2 for his past 23. A prime opportunity to break out of a little bit of a slump for the first baseman. Peterson's first pitch, fastball misses low, 1-0. Trusner, a couple of long balls on the season. He's driven in 10 runs. The 1-0 pitch. Trusner skies that one in the air down the left field line. Hooking. Will it stay fair? It is caught by the left fielder in foul territory, Jordan Bowman. Both runners tag on the play. Sacrifice fly for Jacob Trusner, and the Zap lead 3-1. The ball was in foul territory, but at this point in the inning, the Sasquatch will trade an out for a run. Bowman had to know that the runners were going to tag on that deep fly ball. Unsure if manager Justice Scott is happy with the decision to make the play early in the ballgame. You think it's the right play from Bowman as Tyler Hoffman takes for a strike, 0-1. Zap lead 3-1, runner on third, 1 man out. Hoffman hitting .338 this season. Takes that pitch low and away. Nice slider from Peterson. Started over the plate and ran off, but a great take from Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman 4 for 11 in 4 games against the Bison. 1-1 fastball right down the middle, 1-2. The infield remains back for the Sasquatch. Hoffman has to try and find a way to put this ball in play, preferably on the ground. 1-2, misses low and away, 2-2. Guevara has speed off third, 8 stolen bases this summer. He will likely be running on a ground ball, will hold up on a ball put in the air. 2-2 pitch just below the knees of Tyler Hoffman as the count runs full. That one could have gone either way. Hoffman, 13 walks this season, an on-base percentage of .471. Takes the 3-2 pitch a little bit upstairs. What a great eye at the plate in that at-bat. Tyler Hoffman taking a couple of close pitches from Russell Peterson and earns himself the walk. Runners on the corners for Isaac Martinez. Martinez, another Zap player, joining the Zap midway through the second half of the season, helping out the middle infield, which after the injury to Buck Snabs will result in Martinez getting even more playing time. Peterson gets ahead 0-1 after that fastball. Guevara on third, Hoffman on first, 0-1 pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. Martinez has looked at 2 straight heaters and is now behind in the count, 0-2. Martinez 4 for 18 at the plate this summer, 5 walks. Runner goes on the pitch, down in the dirt, no throw down to second. The throw down to third gets away from Daniel Cook. An errant throw from Chance Green lets Leandro Guevara come home to score. Tyler Hoffman was running on the pitch. He advances to third. A huge mistake and a huge error by the catcher, Chance Green, gives the Zap a 4-1 lead. Hoffman would have made it back safely anyways. A tough throw for a catcher, as he would have had to throw to the right of Tyler Hoffman to find the third baseman, Daniel Cook. Instead, the throw to the left of the base runner. Martinez swings through that one and is down on strikes. Emiliano Curiel steps in. He would have had to throw to the right side of the third base bag. Instead, the throw to the left of the third base bag. Daniel Cook couldn't get around the base runner as the ball went into left field. Guevara scored. Hoffman moved from first to third. Zap lead 4-1. Curiel with the runner on third, 2 men out, takes low and away, 1-0. Feel like we mentioned this a lot on the broadcast. The best hitter on the Zap with runners in scoring position, batting .439 in those situations. Little late on that one, and the count 1-1. Four runs in on 4 hits, a walk, and an error in the bottom of the first inning for the Zap. Curiel ahead of the breaking ball. Nice slider there from Peterson as the count runs 1-2. Hoffman, the lone base runner on third. Peterson's 1-2 offering is fouled off. Curiel stays alive. Curiel hitting .267 this season. He's driven in 22 runs. The 1-2 pitch, caught on and missed. Peterson strikes out back-to-back hitters to get out of the bottom of the first inning, but the Zap score 4 runs on 4 hits, a walk, and an error. 1 man left at the end of 1 inning of play. Zap lead the Sasquatch 4-1. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
25,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. To the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smart.
Micah Coleman steps in to lead off the top of the second inning for the Sasquatch. Zap out to a 4-1 lead. 7 hits in the first inning between both sides. Bergman's first offering down and away, 1-0. One-0 pitch taken for a strike. Wallette, or perhaps Coleman, hunting the fastball on that one. The breaking ball middle from Bergman, count 1-1. Bergman out of the windup pitch, hit well towards shortstop, fielded by Johnson, takes his time, fires to first for the first out of the inning. Aiden Johnson has looked terrific at short ever since coming in for Buck Snabs, who is out with an arm injury, injured it on a throw against the Bison. And it's a heads-up play by Johnson. A sharp ground ball. He's fielding behind second base. He took a moment to reset his body, make sure the throw was on target to Jacob Trusner at first. In steps Chance Green. Green takes the first pitch, a little outside, 1-0. Green looking to atone for an error behind the plate in the bottom of the first. His throw to third got away from Daniel Cook. That allowed the fourth run of the inning to score. 1-0 fastball on the outside corner. Count evens up 1-1. Chance Green had quite the night on July 14th in his last game. Was 3 for 5 with a home run. That one fouled off the end of the bat. The count 1-2. It was Green's first long ball of the season. He's now hitting .232. Behind in the count 1-2. Bergman hunting for his second strikeout of the ball game. His 1-2 caught on and missed, and he got it. Bergman gets Green to go down swinging. He's struck out 2 and has recorded the first 2 outs in 2 batters here in the top of the second inning. Bergman, 1 man away from a 1-2-3 inning. He has just one of those this season, despite the fact that he's gone 32 1/3 innings. Gets that one fouled off by Daniel Cook, 0-1. Cook has been pretty hot at the plate as of late, 9 for 18 in his series against the Bison, hitting .391 this summer. Bergman's 0-1 pitch down in the dirt, 1-1. That one misses low and away, and the count goes 2-1 on Daniel Cook. Bergman recovering nicely after getting into a bases-loaded jam with no one out in the top of the first. Only 1 run came around to score as he misses upstairs with the pitch. Count 3-1 on Daniel Cook. He's stranded runners on the corners in the first. Now a ground out and a strikeout to begin the top of the second. But behind 3-1 on Daniel Cook. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt, Daniel Cook works a walk. Walks have been one of the main focuses of Garrett Bergman as of late. He had just 3 walks in his last 8 1/3 innings pitched coming into the ballgame. That was the first of this evening's ballgame. It did come with 2 men out, as that sends it back to Ryan Bachman and the top of the order. Runner goes on the first pitch, down in the dirt. Gledhill can't pick it. A stolen base for Ryan Bachman. Stolen base for Daniel Cook. Ryan Bachman at bat right now. Cook's 3rd stolen base of the season. Counts 1-0. Isaac Martinez goes on to hold the runner at second. Bergman stares him down. Now comes home. That one down in the dirt once again, 2-0. Bergman's just 2 pitches out of the stretch this inning now with a runner on base. Both of them have been down in the dirt to Ryan Bachman. You wonder if that's affecting him a little bit this inning. His 2-0. Fastball upstairs, 3-0. Bergman walked Daniel Cook on 5 pitches, now behind in the count, 3-0 on Ryan Bachman. He steps off here. A spot where maybe Gledhill goes out to talk to his pitcher. Bergman, a lot of attention on the base runner. 3-0, called for a strike on the inside third. The count 3-1. Bachman singled on the first pitch of the ball game, takes the 3-1, called for a strike on the inside corner. Bachman was heading down toward first, thought he had worked a walk, but home plate umpire Dylan Turner tells him to return to the box on that strike call. The count now full. Bergman's 3-2 pitch fouled off the end of the bat of Bachman, who stays alive. Bachman's driven in 27 runs this season. He's hit 3 home runs. We've seen the speed of Daniel Cook on second base as he was stealing on the first pitch. A base hit would likely score him from second. Breaking ball just misses up and in. Bergman can't believe the call. Asking the home plate umpire where that one, Dylan Turner, not really looking up and telling Bergman where that one was. Back-to-back walks for the Sasquatch puts runners on first and second.
Center fielder number 5, Benjamin Green.
Benjamin Green steps in with 2 men out. Green a single in the first inning. A big spot here for the lefty. Zap with the shift on as Aiden Johnson shading up the middle. Fastball called for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Daniel Cook on second, Ryan Bachman on first. Bergman's 0-1, check swing called for a strike, 0-2. Benjamin Green, he has a good eye at the plate. 19 walks this season against just 15 strikeouts. 0-2 pitch, fastball, a little outside, 1-2. Not sure if Bergman was trying to get a chase on that one or dot the outside corner. Now the 1-2, hit on the ground, right back to Bergman, through his legs, recovers, underhand flip to first. A nice recovery from Garrett Bergman. It had initially deflected off his glove and through his legs. He finds the baseball and flips to Jacob Trusner at first. No runs, 2 walks, and 2 men left. Zap lead 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the second.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program.
Top of the third inning, Jackson Mix steps in. The Zap lead 4-1 over the Sasquatch as Peterson misses low and away. 1-0 the count. Jackson Mix hitting ninth tonight. He was 1 for 4 in the game on Monday. Zap with 4 hits in the bottom of the first inning. Mix lifts that one in the air, shallow right field. No one's going to be able to get it as the ball dunks down in right field. A leadoff single for Jackson Mix. The Zap will try and get the merry-go-round going once again here in the bottom of the second inning. It is the bottom of the second inning, working to get that scoreboard fixed for you. Noah Wiggins steps in. Wiggins a leadoff single in the first. He would come around to score. Wiggins improving upon an already impressive .301 batting average. Peterson upstairs with the breaking ball 1-0. Jackson Mix only with 1 stolen base this summer. He seemed much more aggressive on the base paths as of late. The 1-0 pitch, a little bit outside, 2-0. Mix attempted a steal or two over the past week, but had to retreat back to first base as both of those pitches were fouled off by Zap hitters. Peterson checks in on the runner at first. Peterson's 2-0 pitch misses a little low, 3-0. You wonder if the action from the catcher Chance Green is affecting Dylan Turner's calls. Dylan Turner, the home plate umpire, as Green very clearly lifting the glove. It looked like the pitch might have been on the knees of Wiggins. 3-0 misses low, a 4-pitch walk to Noah Wiggins. The Zap once again with 2 runners on and no one out. Wiggins will pass the baton to Aiden Johnson. Johnson a single back in the first. Mix on second, Wiggins on first. Johnson swings through the first pitch, 0-1. Peterson checking back on Mix, now comes home and misses low with the breaking ball. Count evens up 1-1. Aiden Johnson hitting .306 with runners in scoring position. Takes the 1-1 for a strike, 1-2. Johnson, after his double on Monday, now has 8 extra base hits this season. Peterson's 1-2, down in the dirt, 2-2. Nice pick from Chance Green behind the plate. Mix had flinched down toward third base. Thought the baseball might get to the backstop. Instead, he stays put. The Southern Wesleyan teammates stand off second and first. Johnson takes outside. No, he's called out on strikes. Dylan Turner punches out Aiden Johnson. Johnson had leaned over that pitch, thought it was outside. A late strike 3 call from the home plate umpire Dylan Turner. The third strikeout of the ballgame from Russell Peterson. The Sasquatch already with action in the bullpen. There's only 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Runners on first and second. Gledhill, a big swing and a miss on that one. Gledhill drove in a run on a double to the right field's wall in the first. Peterson's 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss once again, 0-2. It's Nathan Harp up in the bullpen for the Sasquatch. Mix being held on by Coleman as Peterson steps off. The Zap have been terrific at the plate over the course of their 6-game winning streak, hitting .322 as a team, getting on base at a clip of .441. Gledhill grounds that one foul. It'll stay foul left of third base. The count remains 0-2. One man out, Gledhill behind in the count, 0-2. Peterson looking in for a sign from Chance Green. The pitch. Called for strike 3. Gledhill thought that was up and away. And boy, it did look up and away. That's a tough one for Garen Gledhill, especially with runners on first and second and one man out. That pitch did not look like it was in the strike zone. The fourth strikeout of the game for Russell Peterson. It looked like it was both high and outside. Guevara will step in with 2 on and 2 out. A single back in the first for Guevara. That one hit on the ground towards short. That gets by Micah Coleman. Rounding third and coming home to score is Jackson Mix. A clutch 2-out RBI single for Leandro Guevara. Gives the Zap a 5-1 lead.
All right, boys. Brings up your first baseman, number 32, Jacob Trustner.
Guevara's second RBI of the ball game. He's now driven in 18 runs this season. Now it's Noah Wiggins on second and Leandro Guevara on first as Jacob Trustner steps in with 2 outs. Down in the dirt, 1-0. Trustner, a sacrifice fly back in the first inning. Brought home Aiden Johnson to score from third. Trustner now 11 ribbies this summer. Hits that 1-0 pitch hard out to left field. That's going to drop in front of Jordan Bowman. Here comes Noah Wiggins. The relay throw to the plate is not in time. Wiggins dives home safely. Back-to-back 2-out singles, and the Zap lead is extended to 6-1. Now both Jacob Trustner and Leandro Guevara with 2 RBIs today.
Right fielder, number 88, Tyler Hoffman.
Trustner passes the baton to Tyler Hoffman. First and second with 2 men out. The Zap 7 hits over the course of the first 2 innings. First pitch to Hoffman. Check swing. Did he go around? No field umpire to check to today and no single signal from the home plate umpire. The count 1-0 on Tyler Hoffman. Two-out runs were crucial for the Zap on Mondays. They scored 3 of those in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hoffman under that one out toward right field. Coming in, Micah Wallette makes the play to end the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Zap scored 2 runs on 3 hits, a walk, and leave 2 runners on base. They lead 6-1 as we head to the 3rd. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio.
Zap lead by 5 as we enter the top of the third inning, trying to extend their 6-game winning streak to 7, the longest active winning streak in the Independence League. Seth Nelson leads it off for the Sasquatch. Nelson a single in the first. Takes the first pitch low from Bergman, 1-0. Nelson, going back to yesterday's ballgame, has now reached in his last 6 plate appearances, as he was 3 for 3 with a couple of walks on Monday. 1-0 pitch hit sharply on the ground towards second, fielded by Martinez, and fires to first for the first out of the inning. Routine ground ball for Isaac Martinez. Makes 1 out in the top of the third inning. The Sasquatch stranded 4 runners on base over the first 2 innings. They've scored just 1. Kyle Finn steps in, grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. That one upstairs, 1-0. Garrett Bergman looks in for the sign from Green now. Deals out of the windup. Finn takes the breaking ball on the knees. Beautiful slider from Garrett Bergman to even up the count, 1-1. Garrett Bergman working quickly, comes home with the 1-1 pitch. The breaking ball misses outside, 2-1. Bergman's 2-1 down in the dirt as the count runs to 3-1. Garrett Bergman walked 2 batters in the second inning. And there's the third walk of the day from Bergman. Kyle Finn takes the free pass. Both of Bergman's walks in the second came with 2 men out, and he got Benjamin Green to ground out. Kyle Finn, the 1-out base runner for the Sasquatch. Jordan Bowman's 0 for 1 today and takes down and away. Finn caught between first and second. Gledhill fires to second in time. Garen Gledhill, a strong arm from behind home plate, showing off his cannon once again. Kyle Finn was caught in no man's land on the pitch down in the dirt. He had taken 3 hard steps, was right in between first and second, didn't know what to do, kept going towards second, and Gledhill guns down the runner. Ground ball, tapper towards short, going to be a tough play for Johnson. Fires across his body, pick from Trusner, not in time. Infield hit from Jordan Bowman. A great effort from both Aiden Johnson, who was charging in from deep in the hole on the left side, to field on the infield grass, and it was a fantastic pick from Jacob Trusner at first. That ball took a big hop up on the first baseman. However, Jordan Bowman beat out the throw and stands on first with 2 men out. That brings up Micah Wallett. Micah Wallett, a strikeout victim in the first. Garrett Bergman throws over to first. Jordan Bowman has speed. He has 3 stolen bases this summer. Bergman's first pitch on the way, called for a strike on the inside corner. Wallett had turned away from that pitch. Definitely a big strike zone tonight with Dylan Turner behind the plate. We've seen it already. A couple of punch-outs on the Zap on pitches that were close to or possibly off the plate. A chase and a miss there from Micah Wallett. Bergman ahead in the count, 0-2. Coming into the ballgame, Bergman found the strike zone on the first pitch of the at-bat just 55% of the time. He's done a much better job of that tonight and has been getting ahead of most of the Sasquatch hitters. His 0-2 is down in the dirt. A great stop from Garen Gledhill. Gledhill keeps Bowman put at first base. The count's 1-2 on Wallett. Runner on first. 2 men out. Zap leads 6-1. Garrett Bergman out of the stretch, comes set. The 1-2 pitch hit on the ground towards short. And Johnson can't field it on the backhand. It gets under his glove. It'll be an error on the shortstop. Micah Wallett reaches with 2 men out. Now runners on first and second. The first error that Aiden Johnson has made over the past 2 ball games. He's normally the third baseman for the Oahe Zap, but without a true shortstop because of the injury to Snabs, Johnson shifts over to the middle infield. Runners on first and second. Micah Coleman steps in, takes the first pitch down in the dirt, 1-0. Coleman grounded out to short in the second inning. Sasquatch have stranded 4 runners through the first 2 innings. They have another 2 base runners here in the top of the third. Bergman's 1-0 offering, low and away. Gledhill snapped up to first, thought better of the throw. Micah Wallett, the runner on first. Jordan Bowman, the runner on second. Garrett Bergman's 2-0 pitch. Called for a strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Coleman's hit 1 long ball this season. He's driven in 21 runs. The 2-1 is hit sharply up the middle, base hit for Micah Coleman. Jordan Bowman's being waved around third. The throw cut off in front of the pitcher's mound by Jacob Trusner. A 2-out RBI single by Micah Coleman cuts the deficit to 4. Zap lead is now 6-2. Now his 22nd RBI of the year. That is for Micah Coleman. Wallett on second, Coleman on first with 2 men out. Chance Green struck out back in the second. Bergman's pitch hit on the ground towards short. Johnson can't field that one. It gets under his glove. And coming home to score is Micah Wallett. A crucial mistake there from Aiden Johnson. It'll likely go down as a hit. Johnson had gotten to the baseball. Not sure if it took a low hop on Johnson or if Johnson just didn't get the glove down. 2 runs in now in the top of the third inning. Both of those runs will be unearned for Bergman, as it's now a 6-3 ball game. That one's going to be scored a base hit for Chance Green, who will pick up the RBI. Low and away, 1-0 the count on Daniel Cook. 2 out base hits from Micah Coleman and Chance Green give the Sasquatch 2 runs here in the top of the third. Bergman's 1-0 on the way, ground ball. That one backhanded by Johnson. Johnson might have prevented a run from scoring on that one. There was nothing he could do deep in the hole to try and throw out a runner. But regardless, a great play to keep Micah Coleman put at third The base is now loaded here in the top of the third with 2 men out. Johnson had no chance of recording an out on that play, but to be able to glove the baseball and prevent a run from scoring, a huge play for the Zap. Bergman's fastball misses outside, 1-0. The count now on Ryan Bachman. Bachman a walk and a single on the day. With the bases loaded, Bergman returns to the windup. His 1-0 pitch slipped out of the hand a bit early, and the count goes 2-0. Bases loaded, 3-run ball game. Zap leads 6-3 in the top of the third. Ground ball, left side, backhanded by Johnson. Dropped it, fires to first. Not in time. Ryan Bachman beats out the throw from Aiden Johnson, and a run comes home to score. Johnson had dropped the ball. He recovered quickly to fire to first. It was a bang-bang play, but home plate umpire Dylan Turner says Ryan Bachman beat out the throw. That one's going to go down as an error on Johnson, his second of the inning. Bergman likely a little bit frustrated on the mound after 2 errors and 3 runs already in. The Zap lead is now just 6-4 as Haberger comes out for a mound visit. The bases remain loaded. Benjamin Green will be the hitter. No action up in the Zap bullpen. The Zap with 11 games in 12 days to finish up the Independence League season. They have just 9 pitchers on their staff. It's crucial that Bergman gives them some distance in the start in this ball game. The Sasquatch deficit has been cut to 2. It's a 6-4 ball game. 2 outs, the bases loaded for Benjamin Green. Green, the 9th batter of the inning for the Sasquatch, takes the first pitch, and a nice stop by Garen Gledhill keeps the runners put on the base paths. Now the Zap with 16 unearned runs over the past 6 ball games. All 3 runs unearned here in the top of the third. Bergman misses down and in, 2-0. Jackson Mix plays in at third. 2-0 pitch, called for a strike. A beauty right on the knees of Benjamin Green. The count now 2-1. Nowhere to put Benjamin Green as the bases are loaded. He'll likely get a strike here. The 2-1 pitch misses down and in, 3-1. Green's going to be hunting a fastball middle now. He knows that Bergman has nowhere to put him. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Big mistake from Benjamin Green chasing at the pitch below the zone. If he had held up, it would have been another run for the Sasquatch. The count now full. All 3 runners will be going on the 3-2 pitch with 2 men out. Fastball just misses. Bergman can't believe it on the mound as that walk brings in a run. Bergman getting heated on the mound. Wanted that strike 3 call from Dylan Turner. Gledhill trying to calm him down from behind the plate. The Zap lead is now just 1 as it's 6-5. All 4 runs in this inning have come with 2 men out. Bases loaded now for Seth Nelson. That pitch down in the dirt, 1-0. Haberger has already used his mound visit this inning. If he comes back out, it's going to have to be to pull Bergman from the ball game, and there's no one up in the pound, so you know he's not going to do that. But perhaps Gledhill needs to go out to calm the pitcher down. The 1-0. That one hits sharply right field. That drops for a base hit. 1 run will score. The runner's going to be held at third, and the Sasquatch have tied it up with 5 runs in the top of the 3rd inning, as it's now a 6-6 ball game.
First baseman, number 6, Kyle Finn. It's a 9-inning game, guys. Get through it, buddy.
Kyle Finn making his second at-bat of the inning. Now the 11th batter of the inning for the Sasquatch. Bergman misses high, the count 1-0. And now there's action up in the Zap bullpen. It looks like Brady Glenn will begin warming up. Garrett Bergman laboring on the mound. He's going to call out Garen Gledhill for a mound visit.
That is confirmed. Yep.
Gledhill and Bergman chatting on the mound. This looks like more than a calm down talk, perhaps strategizing on how to attack Kyle Finn with 2 men out. The count's 1-0. Bergman now has to try and keep it to a tie ball game.
Yeah. Bergman not happy. 2 errors. This is all happening. He did it with 2 outs, too. That's the thing.
1-0 the count on Kyle Finn. Bergman's pitch hit on the ground toward short. Backhanded by Johnson. Goes to third. Did they get the runner? Yes, they did. A big out there as Benjamin Green is thrown out at third. A nice recovery play from Aiden Johnson as the Zap escaped the top of the 3rd inning. 5 runs come in, all of which came with 2 out. The Sasquatch tie it up at 6 runs apiece. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Program. Give us a shout today.
Well, what made it, the throw definitely beat it.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn...
The Sasquatch have tied up this ball game at 6-6. Nathan Harb comes into the game for Russell Peterson. Peterson goes just 2 innings, giving up 6 runs on 7 hits, 1 error on the Sasquatch side of the ball. 5 of those 6 runs will be earned for Peterson. A brand new ball game after the Sasquatch put up a 5 spot in the 3rd. The Zap now look to respond. Isaac Martinez set to lead things off.
Isaac Martinez. Y'all. This is a Kodiak.
Nathan Harb in 7 games this season has gone 15 2/3 innings. He's posted a 3-1 record. 18 hits, 14 runs, 10 of those runs earned, an ERA over 5.7. His pitch to Martinez A fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Martinez struck out in the first. One of 4 strikeouts on the ballgame for Peterson. Martinez late on that one, fouls it off, 0-2. Harb has pitched twice against the Zap this season. In those 2 outings, he's went 1 2/3 innings. He's given up 5 runs, and he's given up 6 runs on 5 hits. Martinez fouls that one off and stays alive. The Zap, a lot of success on June 18th. 5 earned runs in just 2/3 of an inning for Nathan Harb. Can their success continue against the righty? Slow tapper, fielding from behind the plate. Green fires out Isaac Martinez at first. A terrific play from Chance Green. It looked like that ball was in no man's land, and Isaac Martinez might have had an infield hit. Instead, Chance Green darts out from behind the plate, fields the ball, turns to first, and fires a bullet to get Martinez. Curiel steps in. He struck out to end the first inning. First pitch fastball well upstairs, 1-0. That one down in the dirt, the count 2-0. Just in the bottom of the 3rd inning, a 6-6 ball game. The Sasquatch 8 hits, the Zap 7 hits. A lot of offense so far in this one. The 2-0, Curiel takes outside 3-0. Curiel has 17 walks on the season. As Harb finds the strike zone on that one, the count runs to 3-1. And gets on base at a clip of over 400. 3-1 pitch. A wave and a foul ball coming right over our heads here in the press box. Lands on top of the box, and the count goes full on Curiel. Three-two. Fastball. Misses outside. Curiel works a walk. The 18th of his summer. The Zap with a 1-out base runner in the bottom of the 3rd.
That brings up your third baseman, number 4, Jackson Mix.
Jackson Mix steps in. He led off the 2nd inning with a base hit. He would come around to score on the single from Leandro Guevara. Mix fouls off the first pitch toward Capitol Avenue, count 0-1. Mix takes the fastball on the outside corner and falls behind in the count 0-2. Strikeouts have been a little bit of an issue for Jackson Mix this season. Although he's had just 2 in his past 5 games, and he fouls that one off. 35 strikeouts on the season for Mix. Harb comes set out of the stretch. Curiel the runner on first. Pitch to Mix, low and away, 1-2. Curiel's 12 stolen base attempts are the most by any Zap player on the roster. He's been successful in 8 of those 12 attempts. He's running on the pitch, pickoff move from Harb, but the throw from Kyle Finn gets away from Micah Coleman and runs into left field. A lucky break for Emiliano Curiel. Curiel was caught dead in the water. Harb the pickoff move as Curiel was running. It'll go down as an error on the Sasquatch first baseman, Kyle Finn. That's got to be frustrating as a pitcher. You thought you had the runner, but instead, Curiel gets the extra base. The 1-2. Upstairs and over the head of Coleman. Goes back fastly to Coleman. Coleman had a shot at Curiel at third. That ball rebounded off the backstop extremely quickly. Perhaps off the rock pillar at the bottom corner. Curiel dives in safely nonetheless. The count 2-2 on Mix. The infield remains back despite the fact that the runner would give the Zap a lead. Ground ball right side. Curiel comes home. And Ryan Bachman takes the easy out at first, but Jackson Mix gets the job done and gets the run home. The Zap reclaim a lead. It's 7-6. Mix picks up his 15th RBI of the summer. In just the bottom of the third inning, the Zap making their way through the order for the third time. Noah Wiggins with a single in the first and a walk in the second. Wiggins' first pitch swinging, fouls it off, 0-1. Curiel scored on a walk on an errant throw from Kyle Finn after Curiel was caught on the pickoff move. A wild pitch from Nathan Harb and a ground ball from Jackson Mix. No hits this inning, but one run already in. The Zap leading 7-6, 1-1 to Wiggins. Chopped on the ground to short, fielded by Coleman. Fires to first in the dirt, but picked nicely by Kyle Finn to end the frame. The Zap score one run on one walk. No hits, no one left at the end of 3 innings of play. Zap lead the Sasquatch 7-6.
TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest.
Garrett Bergman returns to the mound in the top of the fourth inning. Zap leading by a score of 7-6 over the Spearfish Sasquatch. The Zap have a 3-4 record head-to-head against the Sasquatch this season, but they've taken 3 of the past 4. The Sasquatch, the winners of the first 3 matchups against the Zap. Jordan Bowman will lead it off here in the top of the fourth. Takes the breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Garrett Bergman had thrown 74 pitches through his first 3 innings and misses low with the 0-1. Count evens 1-1. Brady Glenn once again warming up for the Zap. Down in the right field bullpen. 1-1 pitch is grounded foul, 1-2. Jordan Bowman, a base hit last inning in the third. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the first. Bergman out of the windup with the 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. Bowman goes down on strikes. The third strikeout of the ball game for Garrett Bergman. And a big out for the pitcher, especially after giving up 5 runs over the course of 11 hitters back in the third. To be able to begin the top of the fourth inning with a strikeout gets things going in the right direction. Wallette takes for a strike. The count 0-1. Wallette 0 for 2. He reached in the third on an error by Aiden Johnson at short. One of 2 errors for Johnson in the third inning. Bergman, not sure where that one missed. Perhaps a little bit outside. The count evens up 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Bergman. Down in the dirt, 2-1. Wallette has not chased out of the zone in this at-bat. The 2-1 pitch. Heater called for a strike on the inside corner. Wallette had turned away from the pitch. Turns back toward home plate umpire Dylan Turner. Doesn't appear to have said anything to the umpire as the count evens up 2-2. Bergman's pitch. Down in the dirt, and the count runs full on Wallette. Wallette just 15 strikeouts this season, has 9 walks at the plate. He's laid off the breaking balls below the zone in this at-bat. 3-2 pitch. Called for strike 3 on the outside corner. Wallette not happy with that one either. The 4th strikeout of the ball game for Garrett Bergman. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the top of the 4th inning. As Bergman looks to get back on track after the 5-run third. Micah Coleman takes the pitch on the knees on the outside corner from Bergman. Beautiful pitch to open up the at-bat on Micah Coleman. Coleman 1 for 2 on the day, drove in a run on the base hit in the third. As Bergman misses down in the dirt, the count 1-1. Here comes Bergman's 1-1. Popped up foul territory. So the count will run to 1-2. Garrett Bergman attempting to strike out the side here in the top of the 4th inning. He has the sign from Garen Gledhill. His 1-2 pitch. A little bit low. A nice take from Micah Coleman. The breaking ball started over the strike zone, and it ran low and outside. A nice slider from Bergman. 2-2 pitch. That one a little bit less competitive as it bounced in front of home plate, and the count runs full. Bergman shakes off Gledhill. Now has his sign, the 3-2. Breaking ball misses off the outside corner. Micah Coleman works a walk. The 4th walk of the game that Garrett Bergman has surrendered. Comes with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Now stepping in is Chance Green. Green an RBI single in the top of the 3rd inning. A strikeout in the 2nd. First pitch swinging, popped up right field. Tyler Hoffman drifts to his right and makes the play for the final out of the inning. 2 strikeouts, 1 man left on a walk, and no runs. The Zap lead remains 7-6 as we head to the bottom half of the inning. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.
Julio Romero replaces Nathan Harb in the bottom of the fourth inning. Harb gave up one unearned run on a walk, an error from Kyle Finn, a wild pitch. Harb then gave up a ground ball to Jackson Mix as Curiel would scamper home to give the Zappa a 7-6 lead. Let's take a look at Romero's stats this season. Romero in 8 games has gone 11 2/3 innings, posting a 1-0 record. He's given up 14 hits, 10 runs, 9 of those earned. That's good for an ERA of 6.94. He's posted a whip of 1.8 as he struggled a little bit with his control. 9 strikeouts against 7 walks. Aiden Johnson leads it off for the Zap in the bottom of the fourth. Takes the first pitch fastball for a strike on the outside corner. The count goes 0-1. Brady Glenn continuing to warm up for the Zap in the right field bullpen. That might be a sign that Garrett Bergman's night is done. 0-1, down and in, 1-1. Johnson a single in the first. He struck out looking in the second. Harb's 1-1 offering. That one brushes Johnson off the plate. The count 2-1. Romero comes set. Has a target from Green. Romero deals the 2-1. That one hit on the ground towards second, fielded by Bachman, fires to first. Johnson was running hard down the line, but a routine ground ball retires the leadoff man for the Oahe Zap. Garen Gledhill stepping in. Gledhill an RBI double in the first. His first extra base hit with the Oahe Zap. Gave them a 1-0 lead at the time. A lot has happened since. As Gledhill takes the fastball on the outside corner, counts 0-1. The Zap now leads 7-6. Romero's 0-1. Hit well, right side, but right at Ryan Bachman. Garen Gledhill barreled up the baseball, just hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark as Bachman took one step to his left and made the play for the second out of the inning. Leandro Guevara 2 for 2 at the plate tonight. He drove in runs on each base hit. He came into the ballgame batting .360. That number only going up tonight. Back-to-back multi-hit games for Guevara, who was 2 for 4 on Monday, takes upstairs 1-0. Romero comes set. Now comes home with the 1-0. Guevara fouls it off, and the count evens up 1-1. Leandro Guevara has now driven in 18 runs this season. That is third on the team behind Emiliano Curiel and Vince Polizzi. The 1-1 from Romero hit well back up the middle. A 3-for-3 day for Leandro Guevara. Guevara, a clap of the hands, as he has been red hot at the plate. Now a 2-out base runner for the Oahe Zap as Jacob Trusner steps in. Romero's pitch down in the dirt gets away from Green. Guevara heads to second. He was staring down Green, who was retrieving the ball. Guevara thinking about third, but stays put. Now a runner in scoring position for Jacob Trusner. Trusner a single in the second, a sac fly in the first. He's driven in 2 runs in this ball game, a chance to drive in a third. Romero looks down Guevara at second. Now the pitch. Trusner hits it well, center field. That ball's going to drop. Cutting it off in right center field is Benjamin Green. Now he dropped the ball. Jacob Trusner is going to head in for second base. Guevara comes home to score, and the Zap lead is now 8-6. A nice piece of hitting from Jacob Trusner. A line drive out toward right center field. It's going to go down as a single, and an error on the center fielder, Benjamin Green, will allow Trusner to head towards second. Trusner will pick up his third ribby of the ball game. A 2-out run for Jacob Trusner, who now has 8 2-out RBIs on the season. Trusner stands off second, pitch to Hoffman. Hoffman takes high, 1-0. Tyler Hoffman, a walk in the first, flew out to left field to end the second inning. 1-0, and that one catches Tyler Hoffman in the shoulder. Hoffman appears to be all right as he immediately heads down toward first. Runners on first and second with 2 men out. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here for the Oahe Zap. Cole Ottersberg comes into the ballgame for Isaac Martinez. Martinez was 0 for 2 at the plate. Ottersberg has been hot as of late. And a big opportunity here with runners on first and second and 2 men out. Romero's pitch is fouled off, 0-1. Cole Ottersberg hitting .203 this season. He was 2 for 4 on Monday with a double, scored 2 runs. Check swing on that one, wave through there as he's behind 0-2 in the count. Romero trying to escape this inning. 1 run in on the base hit from Jacob Trusner. The Zap have scored in each of the first 4 innings, 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth as Ottersberg fouls that one off. Stays alive in the count, 0-2. Cole Ottersberg is now 4 for his last 8 at the plate. I'm not sure if Habiger had planned to have Ottersberg come into the game so early to replace Isaac Martinez. Perhaps they were slated to trade places halfway through the ballgame. Ottersberg waves through the 0-2 pitch. Romero strikes out Cole Ottersberg, but the Zap score 1 run on 2 hits, 2 left. The Zap lead is 8-6 at the end of 4 innings of play. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Smarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio.
Top of the 5th inning, Zap lead 8-6. Brady Glenn comes into the ballgame to replace Garrett Bergman. Bergman gives up 6 runs over 4 innings on 8 hits. Only one of the 6 runs given up by Bergman will be earned. Brady Glenn this season in 12 appearances has gone 41 innings, posting a 1-5 record, a 7.68 ERA, 23 strikeouts against 18 walks for the lefty. Haberger loves to go righty-lefty throughout the ballgame and does so here. Starts with the righty Garrett Bergman, now goes to the lefty Brady Glenn. Brady Glenn will face 9-1-2 in the Sasquatch order. Daniel Cook, Ryan Bachman, and Benjamin Green. Gledhill will come out for a mound visit before Glenn starts his outing. The Zap with a 3-game series here against the Sasquatch before they travel to Spearfish for 1. They then play Hastings for 3 and Fremont for 1. Let's take a look at the Independence League standings brought to you by Red Rosa. Casper out in first, an 11-2 conference record. Then it's Fremont sitting at 11-4, Hastings at 8-9, Spearfish at 10-4, and the Zap at 8-6 on the second half of the season. Glenn is ready to begin his day, and first pitch is jammed off the bat of Daniel Cook, goes foul, 0-1. Daniel Cook, a walk in the second, a base hit in the third. Skies that one in the air, shallow right field. Ottersberg back from second toward the right field line, makes the play. A heck of a job by Cole Ottersberg to track that baseball as the sun was most certainly coming into play as it sets behind the right side of Hyde Stadium. Ottersberg had to fight the sun on that one, but did so successfully, putting away Daniel Cook for the first out of the inning. Ryan Bachman steps in. Bachman has reached base in 3 plate appearances, a single, a walk, and he reached on an error by Aiden Johnson in the third. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The count now 0-1. Glenn's 0-1 pitch misses low and away. Count evens up 1-1. That pitch is fouled away toward the press box and out of play, 1-2. Brady Glenn pounds the strike zone. 65% of his pitches find the plate. 67% of his first pitches of an at-bat also find the plate. He misses low there as the count evens up 2-2. Glenn's 2-2 pitch is fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Pitch. Curveball fouled off once again. And the count remains 2-2 on Ryan Bachman. Glenn comes set. The 2-2 hit on the ground sharply toward third, fielded by Mix. Mix fires across the diamond in time. Nice play from Jackson Mix, a slide step over to his right to get in front of the baseball, and that helped him avoid having to try and stab at it with the backhand. Instead, fields it in front of his body, and a nice throw gets Ryan Bachman, as Brady Glenn has retired the first two batters he's faced in the top of the fifth inning. A reminder, we will have Oahe Zap trivia after the top of the fifth. It'll be the first correct answer in the comments section will win 2 free general admission tickets to a Zap game of your choice. In steps Benjamin Green. Green, 1 for 2 today with a walk, takes that one. And the count 1-0. Curveball from Glenn drops in for a strike on the outside corner. A beauty, a shake it ahead from Benjamin Green. The count is now 1-1. Glenn's pitch hit on the ground towards second. Backhanded by Ottersberg, fires to first. Brady Glenn, a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the fifth, keeps the Zap lead at 8-6. And stay with us as we will get to some Oahe Zap trivia. The first correct answer in the comments section will win 2 free general admission tickets to a Zap game of your choosing. And the question tonight, which pitcher had the most games of 10 or more strikeouts in 2023? So not this season, but last season. Which pitcher had the most games with 10 or more strikeouts in 2023? We enter the bottom of the fifth inning. The Zap lead the Sasquatch by a score of 8-6. Check in on the comments section every here and there to see if we get the correct answer. It was who had the most games with 10 or more strikeouts in 2023. Emiliano Curiel will lead things off for the Zap in the bottom of the fifth inning. Curiel 0 for 1 today. He worked a walk most recently in the third. Checked his swing on that one, did not go around, and the count now 1-0. Julio Romero gave up 1 run in the bottom of the fourth inning on 2 hits, a hit by pitch. It was Jacob Trusner who picked up the RBI on what went down as a double. Ground ball off the bat of Curiel through the legs of Micah Coleman at short. Right through the wickets. It'll be an error on the Sasquatch shortstop, Micah Coleman. A routine ground ball. Coleman took his head off it. And it went right through the legs. The Zap with their leadoff man aboard for the third time this ball game. That brings up the 9-hitter Jackson Mix. Mix takes the first pitch fastball from Romero on the outside corner and falls behind 0-1 in the count. Jackson Mix 1 for 2 on the day, picked up an RBI on a ground ball to second base back in the third. Romero's 0-1. Back to the fastball on the outside corner. Julio Romero quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Mentioned earlier, Curiel 8 for 12 on his stolen base attempts this season as that heater misses up and away 1-2. Braden Byram now coaching third for the Oahe Zap. Haberger likes to coach first here at home so he can stay by the dugout. 1-2. That one escaped the hand early from Romero. Missed well up and away. The count evens up 2-2 on Jackson Mix. Curiel takes his lead off first. He's held on by Kyle Finn. The 2-2 from Romero, a swing and a miss. Jackson Mix goes down swinging. One away here in the bottom of the fifth. The Zap trying to extend what is now a 2-run lead. Noah Wiggins is 1 for 2 today. A single in the first, a walk in the second, and a ground out to short in the third. He's making his fourth at-bat of the ball game in just the bottom of the fifth inning. Romero's pitch, and that one gets away from Chance Green. Curiel will head for second. That one might go as a pass ball on the catcher, a pitch in which you would expect Chance Green to catch at the very minimum to keep in front of his body. Green a little bit late to move to his right, and the baseball got by. So a runner on second with one man out. The count's 1-0. The error on Coleman was the third error of the ballgame for the Sasquatch. Jacob Trusner's base hit in the bottom of the fourth went down as a double. There was no error on the center fielder, Benjamin Green. As Wiggins was clipped by that pitch, the fastball catches part of his jersey. Didn't look like it really caught much of his body as the pitch was caught by Chance Green. Home plate umpire Dylan Turner immediately signaled Wiggins down toward first, and Wiggins knew it had hit him as well. 2 on with 1 out for Aiden Johnson. Johnson 1 for 3 on the day. Aiden Johnson faced Julio Romero in the fourth. He grounded out to second. Curiel on second, Wiggins on first. Johnson first pitch swinging, popped foul. So the count goes 0-1. Kyle Finn is not holding on Noah Wiggins at first. He's got a big lead as Johnson takes high 1-1. Curiel hasn't been held on to this point. We've seen that Chance Green has a great arm from behind the plate, although he hasn't thrown out a runner yet today. No one holding on Curiel as Coleman retreats to his shortstop position and Johnson takes inside 2-1. Garen Gledhill on deck. Leandro Guevara in the hole. The 2-1 pitch from Romero hit on the ground left side. That's going to get by Micah Coleman and through the left side. Curiel rounds third. He's going to score. An RBI single from Aiden Johnson gives the Zap a 9-6 lead. The Sasquatch had tied the ball game up in the top of the third, but the Zap putting up one run in the third, fourth, and fifth innings, as they've now taken a 3-run lead. Noah Wiggins stands off second, Aiden Johnson off first. Johnson's 19th RBI of the season. Garen Gledhill steps in with runners on first and second and one man out. Romero's pitch. First pitch swinging, ground ball to first. Finn goes to second for one. Pitcher covering at first. And the throw is in time. A great play all around from the Sasquatch defense. Kyle Finn to Micah Coleman to Julio Romero at first. 1-6-3-6-1 they go. An interesting double play to score as Romero escapes a jam, but the Zap score one run on one hit, an error, a hit by pitch, and one man left. Zap lead 9-6 as we head to the sixth.
Cash while you go to school. Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today.
The Zap lead is 3 as we enter the sixth inning. Brady Glenn returns to the mound after a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the fifth. It was Glenn's 9th 1-2-3 inning of the summer. Very impressive stuff from Brady Glenn, who gets a swing and a miss from Seth Nelson. Now 42 innings pitched this season for Glenn, 9 of which have been via the 1-2-3 variety. Glenn's 0-1 looped a curveball in there, missed a little bit high on Nelson, 1-1. Seth Nelson's 2 for 3 on the day. Had an RBI single in the third inning. Another curveball from Brady Glenn misses above the zone. Counts 2-1. Glenn comes set. The 2-1 pitch is fouled away toward Capitol Avenue. The count evens up 2-2. Some commotion from the fans. That one might have caught a car out in Capitol Avenue. Well, the count's now even 2-2 on Seth Nelson. The Zap have a shift on the lefty. Aiden Johnson just to the left of the second base bag. Brady Glenn, that one missed low. Thought he might have rung up Seth Nelson. Instead, the count runs full. Glenn's 3-2 offering. Hit on the ground towards second. Ottersburg. Fields fires to first in time. The leadoff man is retired here in the sixth inning. Kyle Finn digs in. Finn 0 for 2 today with a walk. Glenn's pitch. Fouled off 0-1. Kyle Finn struggling a little bit at the plate today. He's hit the ball on the ground twice after a 3 for 5 evening Monday. Hits that one on the ground once again toward Aiden Johnson at short. Johnson fires to first, and Brady Glenn has retired the first 5 hitters he's faced. Brady Glenn really gets into a rhythm on the mounds, and that's because he throws so many strikes, a lot of times inducing weak contact. He's got a nasty curveball with a lot of 12-6 motion on it. And he definitely doesn't throw as hard as Bergman. Bergman in the mid to upper 80s. Brady Glenn sits in the low 80s, if not the upper 70s. And so that change in velocity from the starting pitcher to the bullpen can sometimes throw off a lineup, as it has seemed to throw off the Sasquatch here tonight. The 0-1 to Jordan Bowman misses down and in. The count evens up 1-1. Bowman's 1 for 3 on the ball game, a single in the third. He struck out in the fourth, grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first. He takes that one a little bit outside. Brady Glenn behind in the count, a rare occurrence for the lefty, as it's now 2-1. Glenn's pitch, called for a strike. Bowman had seemed to have backed off the plate. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. Players backing off the plate as they've thought the pitch has been inside. But home plate umpire Dylan Turner has called it for a strike. Dylan Turner rings up Jordan Bowman on that one as Brady Glenn works his second 1-2-3 inning of the ball game and keeps the Zap lead at 9-6.
TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket.
Jackson Peters on the rock here for the Sasquatch as we enter the bottom of the sixth inning. The Sasquatch have been held to without a run since the third. Garrett Bergman pitched a scoreless fourth, and Brady Glenn, back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. He's retired the Sasquatch, all 6 hitters that he's faced. Jackson Peters this season, in 9 appearances, he's gone 11 2/3 innings, posting a 2-0 record. He's given up 12 hits, however, just 4 runs and 3 earned runs, despite a whip of over 1.6. His ERA is just 2.3. He's faced the Zap twice this summer. Those games came on June 17th and June 20th. In those ball games, he gave up 4 hits and 3 earned runs to the Zap. So the Zap have had some success against Peters. Leandro Guevara looking to continue a very nice evening as he's 3 for 3 at the plate. He's driven in 2 runs. The Zap have gotten the leadoff man aboard in 3 of the 5 innings at the plate. Guevara will try and make it 4 of 6. The Zap already 10 hits in this ball game, 9 runs. The pitch from Peters. Guevara takes for a strike, 0-1. The Zap have scored 54 runs in the past 6 ball games. Over their 6-game winning streak, they've been averaging 9 runs a game throughout that span. Leading 9-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Peters 0-1 pitch. On the outside corner, 0-2. Jackson Peters with a very herky-jerky motion with a sidearm, if not submarine delivery. Definitely makes it difficult for righties to pick up the baseball. Peters 0-2 is hit in the air. Shallow center field going back from second base Bachman. And no one's going to find the baseball. Bachman thought he was called off. Coleman couldn't get to it, nor could Benjamin Green from center field. Poor communication from the Sasquatch defense leads to a base hit for Leandro Guevara, who's now 4 for 4 today. That brings up Jacob Trusner. Trusner 2 for 2 with the sacrifice fly. He's already driven in 3 runs today. Takes the first pitch fastball for a strike. Guevara and Trusner batting 4 and 5 in the lineup tonight. Between the two of them, they are 6 for 6 with 5 runs batted in. Jackson Peters comes home with the 0-1 pitch. Guevara was running on the pitch, but no matter as it got away from Chance Green. The count's now 1-1 on Jacob Trusner. Unsure if that'll go down as a stolen base for Leandro Guevara or a wild pitch for Jackson Peters. Peters comes set. Now looks home. The 1-1 pitch, low and away, 2-1. Perhaps Peters letting a base runner get the best of him. He's paid a lot of attention to Leandro Guevara. Guevara scored 3 runs today. He now has 26 runs this season. Peters, the 2-1 pitch, hit on the ground toward third, takes a hop up and over the glove of Daniel Cook at third. Guevara's going to try and come home. The throw from the shortstop gets away from Chance Green. Guevara slides home safely. An aggressive base running decision from Leandro Guevara. He was being waved around by Buck Snabs. The ground ball got over the glove of Daniel Cook at third. It'll go down as an error on the third baseman. Micah Coleman was backing up in shallow left field, but perhaps he didn't expect Guevara to be running home. The throw might have beaten Guevara home, but Guevara's slide knocked the ball out of the glove of Chance Green. The Zap lead is now 10-6. Tyler Hoffman digs in with no outs and a runner on second, and that one's going to get by Green. Trusner will head for third. Jackson Peterson has struggled with his command, a couple of wild pitches. One run already in on one hit, an error, and a runner on third with no one out. Tyler Hoffman is 0 for 1 today with a walk and a hit by pitch. The infield, well, it was coming in for a second, but now the middle infield will retreat. Hoffman chops that one foul. Counts 1-1. The fourth error of the ballgame for the Sasquatch. Errors have been detrimental to Spearfish today. Peterson's 1-1 pitch is chopped foul once again. Jackson Peterson looking to regain command of the strike zone. The count's now 1-2. Hoffman's got to try and find a way to put a ball in play with the runner on third and no one out. 1-2 pitch, chopped on the ground, fielded behind the plate from Green, fires to first. Jacob Trusner stays put at third. That's the second play that Chance Green has made from behind the plate for the Sasquatch. He's been very comfortable fielding on baseballs just in front of the batter's box. That's the first out of the inning and brings up Cole Ottersberg. Ottersberg struck out in his first at-bat in the fourth. He came into the ballgame for Isaac Martinez. Ottersberg takes low and away, 1-0. The infield remains back for the Sasquatch. The Zap have scored in each and every inning in this ball game. Ottersberg flares that one out right center field. That ball's going to drop, and it's going to split the outfielders and roll all the way to the wall. Ottersberg's going to head for third. The relay throw is not in time, and it gets by the third baseman, but Cole Ottersberg is going to stay put at third with a one-out RBI triple. Ottersberg is pumped up off third base. A celebration back toward the Zap dugout as the Zap now lead 11-6. Cole Ottersberg has been hitting the ball well as of late. A line drive right between Benjamin Green in center field and Micah Wallette in right, rolled to the wall. It looked like three bases all the way for Ottersberg. Counts now 1-0 on Curiel. Curiel's 0 for 2 today. He reached in the fifth on an error by the shortstop Micah Coleman. He would come around to score. Peterson's 1-0. A fastball on the outside corner evens up the count at 1-1. The Zap 4 in the first, 2 in the second. One run in each of the third, fourth, and fifth innings. Already 2 runs here in the bottom of the sixth. A runner on third, one man out. The count 1-1 on Emiliano Curiel. Peterson's 1-1 offering a fastball that missed inside, 2-1. No action up in the Sasquatch bullpen. Peterson's going to have to get through the bottom of the sixth inning by himself. Curiel ground ball toward third. Coming home, Ottersberg, no play at the plate. Cook fires to first in time to get Curiel. Groans coming out from the fans. It was a bang-bang play at first. Curiel will pick up the RBI as the Zap lead is now 12-6. The base is now empty with 2 men out, but 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th as Jackson Mix digs in. Mix 1 for 3 today with an RBI and a strikeout. Peterson outside with that one, 1-0. Jackson Peterson has gone predominantly with the fastball. Now the 1-0 pitch. Mix hits that one into the air right at the center fielder, Benjamin Green, for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Oahe Zap score 3 runs on 2 hits, an error, and no one left. Zap lead 12-6 at the end of 6. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no...
We enter the top of the 7th inning. Brady Glenn has been perfect to this point. He's gone 2 innings, retiring all 6 Sasquatch hitters he's faced. Looking for a third 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 7th. The Zap extending their lead from 9-6 to 12-6 in the bottom of the 6th. A lot of 6s coming at you there. Michael Wallett will lead things off in the 7th inning for the Sasquatch. Sasquatch have yet to get on the board since the 3rd inning. Wallet skies the first pitch toward the right side and foul. Counts 0-1. Wallet 0 for 3 today. A couple of punch-outs. He reached in the 3rd on an error by Aiden Johnson. Brady Glenn just 1 strikeout in his 2 innings. He got Jordan Bowman to go down looking to end the 6th. His breaking ball, well, not sure where that one missed. Perhaps a touch outside. The count evens up 1-1 on Micah Wallett. Now the 1-1. Back to the breaking ball. That one outside. 2-1. Well, we got the correct answer to our trivia question coming from our Mac Insider with Spencer Strider. As Glenn's 2-1 misses upstairs 3-1. Spencer Strider through 10 games with 10 or more strikeouts in the 2023 season. So RMAC Insider, if you're listening, email oahezap@gmail.com to cash in on your 2 free general admission tickets to a Zap game of your choice. That ball lined into right field. That's going to get down and split the outfielders. Wallett heads for second. Curiel gets the ball into Ottersburg. But Wallett in safely with a leadoff double in the top of the 7th inning. The first base runner that Brady Glenn has surrendered to the Sasquatch. Glenn does have a 6-run lead to play with. Javier Marcial is going to pinch hit for Micah Coleman. That's a wrap on Coleman's night. Coleman was 1 for 2 at the plate with a walk and an RBI. Glenn's pitch. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. The idea coming into this ball game was that the Zap could get through 9 innings with 3 pitchers. Lucas Creighton slated to come in relief of Brady Glenn, but who knows, maybe Glenn goes the distance at this point. 0-1. Misses off the inside corner, 1-1. Glenn looking back the runner at second, now home with the pitch. Line drive up the middle, base hit for Javier Marcial. Micah Wallet rounds third. He's going to score. The throw cut off by Jacob Trusner in front of the mound. A double and a single gives the Sasquatch their first run of the game since the 3rd inning, and it's now a 12-7 Zap lead. Runner on first with no one out for Chance Green. Green's 1 for 3 at the plate. He's driven in a run in the 3rd. It was his 15th RBI of the summer. Checked his swing and the ball off the inside of his bat. The count will go 0-1. Lucas Creighton now warming up in the right field bullpen with Mason Lang. Glenn's 0-1 pitch, hit on the ground, back to Glenn. Glenn goes to second for 1, caught by Ottersberg. Ottersberg to first, not in time. Confusion at second base as both Aiden Johnson and Cole Ottersberg came over to cover the bag. Ottersberg was the one who made the catch and stepped on second, but the confusion definitely took both time and some steam off the ball from Ottersberg. It'll go down as a fielder's choice for Chance Green. Our scoreboard has gone down in center field. It's the top of the 7th, and now it's back up with 1 man out and a runner on first. Glenn finds the strike zone with the first pitch to Daniel Cook, counts 0-1. Glenn steps off with his back foot and checks on the runner at first. So difficult on pickoff plays with just one umpire in this ballgame. Dylan Turner doing everything by himself behind the plate. Glenn's pitch, a swing and a miss from Daniel Cook. Counts 0-2. Daniel Cook's 1 for 2 at the plate with a walk. Has a couple of errors out in the field, trying to set things right at the plate. Glenn's 0-2 is down in the dirt and stopped by Garen Gledhill behind the plate. Counts 1-2. The runner on first is that ball lifted in the air, shallow right field. Back goes Ottersberg, who makes the play. Nice play from Cole Ottersberg to drift back onto the outfield grass, as Tyler Hoffman had no chance to make that play from deep in right field. 2 outs now in the top of the 7th inning. Brings it back to the top of the Sasquatch lineup for Ryan Bachman. It's Bachman's 5th at-bat of the game as he takes for a ball. Honestly, not sure where that one was. The count's 1-0 on Ryan Bachman. Bachman 1 for 3 with a walk in his first 4 plate appearances. Takes down in the dirt, 2-0. Brady Glenn trying to get through his 3rd inning of work. He's given up 1 run here in the top of the 7th on 2 hits. That ball skied in the air, should be playable for Curiel. Curiel jogs in, settles under it, and makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. 1 run in on 2 hits, 1 man left. The Zap lead 12-7. Time to stretch here at Hyde Stadium. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
No lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no tests. Get paid working at your internship a few days a week. This really matters to businesses and industries who want to hire you. In just over a year, you'll be ready for the professional workforce and with a lot less debt. Imagine
Jackson Peterson back on the mound for the Sasquatch as we enter the bottom of the 7th inning. The Sasquatch with a single run in the top of the 7th. The Zap now lead 12-7. The Zap looking to head to their 7th straight victory. The first 5 came against the Bison. The Zap picked up a 6-5 win on Monday over the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch with 6 outs to work with at the plate. Noah Wiggins walking up to Country Roads will make his 5th at-bat of the ball game. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. Well, if the Zap can get a base runner, they'll get to Leandro Guevara, who is 4 for 4 today with a couple of RBIs. And sitting right behind Guevara is Jacob Trusner, who's driven in 3 runs. Peterson's first offering, a fastball right over the middle for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Called for a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Noah Wiggins, 16 for his past 34 coming into this ball game. The 0-2 pitch misses outside, 1-2. And now make that 15 for 36 as he is 1 for 2 today. Peterson's 1-2. Swung on and missed. Noah Wiggins goes down on strikes. Peterson strikes out the leadoff hitter for the Zap in the bottom of the 7th inning. Aiden Johnson walks to the plate. Johnson's had a nice evening, 2 for 4. Drove in a run on a single in the 5th. Eight different Zap hitters have recorded a hit at the plate tonight as Johnson takes the breaking ball on the inside corner, 0-1. Emiliano Curiel, the lone Zap batter, who has yet to record a hit, but Curiel has worked a walk and he has an RBI on a ground ball to third back in the 6th inning, so by no means a poor performance from Curiel. Count evens up 1-1 on Johnson. Peterson comes home with the 1-1. That one misses in front of home plate. And the count runs to 2-1 on Johnson. Multi-hit games from Aiden Johnson, Leandro Guevara, and Jacob Trusner. As the Zap with 12 runs on 12 hits here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lucas Creighton will likely come into the ballgame in the 8th. Johnson takes the 2-1 pitch inside, 3-1. Looking to reach base for a third time here today. Here's the 3-1. Chopped on the ground, right back to Peterson. Fields fires to first to retire Aiden Johnson. As Jackson Peterson is looking to work a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 7th after surrendering 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. The Zap have scored in each and every inning up until this point. Can they keep it going? They're going to need something of a rally with 2 outs and no one on base. Garen Gledhill digs in. Gledhill an RBI double in the 1st. He had a hard-hit baseball in the 4th, but it was right at Ryan Bachman at 2nd, and he grounded into a double play to end the 5th inning. The lefty digs in. Pitch from Peterson. That one well outside. Green didn't even make an attempt on the baseball, let it go to the backstop with no one on base. Counts 1-0 on Gledhill. Well, the Shadows have now completely taken over the area between the mound and home plate, except for a couple of strips right in front of the pitcher's mound. 1-0, outside 2-0. That can, oftentimes it'll affect righty hitters with the righty on the mound more than it does lefties, as Gledhill has a good vantage point of the release from Jackson Peterson. Now the 2-0. That one hit well at the second baseman. Took a wild hop up on Bachman, but Bachman recovers nicely and fires to first. Jackson Peterson gets through a 1-2-3 7th. The Zap lead 12-7 as we go to the 8th. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticketsmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticketsmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticketsmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticketsmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticketsmarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticketsmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticketsmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticketsmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price.
Lucas Creighton on the bump in the top of the 8th inning. He'll try and record the final 6 outs for the Oahe Zap. Take a look at how Creighton has fared so far this season. In 11 appearances, he's gone 18 2/3 innings, posting a 5.79 ERA, 19 strikeouts against 17 walks. However, some of those numbers are still inflated from Creighton's first outings of the year. Creighton struggled in his first couple appearances, but ever since coming back from injury, he's been terrific on the mound for the Zap. He's going to face the heart of the Sasquatch order. 2, 3, 4, Benjamin Green, Seth Nelson, and Kyle Finn. Lucas Creighton has given up just 2 earned runs over his past 8 innings of work. Benjamin Green digs in. He's 1 for 3 today. Takes that pitch on the outside corner for a strike. So the Zap go with back-to-back southpaws out of the bullpen in Glenn and Creighton as Green swings through that one. And Lucas Creighton out ahead 0-2 on the first batter he's faced this ball game. The 0-2 pitch fouled away toward Capitol Avenue. Count will remain 0-2. A loud O from the right end of this press box. Chili Chad, I wonder if that hit a car out there. Green fouls that one off once again.
Well, if it does, if they had a sunroof,
The count will remain 0-2.
they landed right if they have a sunroof for it. Landed right on the top of the car.
Well, word coming in from Chili Chad that baseball landed right on the top of the sunroof as Benjamin Green swings through that one. A strikeout for Lucas Creighton. Creighton now 5 outs away from giving the Zap their 7th straight victory. Seth Nelson now steps in. Nelson 2 for 4 today with an RBI. Creighton misses low with that one, 1-0 the count. The Sasquatch have looked lifeless at the plate ever since that third inning as the 1-0 pitch is fouled off 1-1. They did score a run in the top of the 7th off back-to-back hits to begin the inning, but the offense seemed to die down after that. They've scored 7 runs on 10 hits in this ball game. But when you give up 12 runs to the Zap, well, it's hard to win ball games if you're the Sasquatch. Creighton misses up and away 2-1.
Oh, mercy. Come on now.
The 2-1. Weak contact left side ranging over Jackson Mix toward the shortstop positioning from third base as the shift was on for the lefty Seth Nelson. Mix puts it away for the second out of the inning. Brady Glenn had 1-2-3 innings in the 5th and 6th. Lucas Creighton looking for a 1-2-3 inning of his own here in the 8th. He'll have to get through Kyle Finn. Finn's 0 for 3 today as he takes that pitch for a strike, 0-1. Finn's reached base just one time today. A walk back in the 3rd inning. Creighton's 0-1 delivery. Weak contact left field coming in. Wiggins, who makes the catch on the run for the 3rd out of the inning. Lucas Creighton works a 1-2-3 8th, and the Zap lead 12-7. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think
Still
Ticket
Peterson?
Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000.
Ben Hill comes in to pitch for the Spearfish Sasquatch in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Zap lead 12-7 as the Sasquatch put up 5 runs in the 3rd inning, but they've only scored 1 run since. as the bats have died out for the Sasquatch ever since. Guevara will lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th. He's 4 for 4 today. Can he make it a perfect 5 for 5? Ben Hill, in 5 games on the mound this season, has gone 8 2/3 innings. A 1-0 record for Hill. He's given up 7 hits, 4 runs, 7 walks, and 10 strikeouts, posting an ERA of 4.15. Hill is a player intern for the Sasquatch. He only plays in games on the road and interns for the team when they're at home in Spearfish. Guevara, 4 singles today. Can he put up a 5th? Takes the first pitch right on the knees of Guevara. Counts 0-1. Hills 0-1. A swing and a miss. Maybe a little bit of a chase there from Guevara. The count's 0-2. Ben Hill, another Sasquatch pitcher with kind of a herky-jerky motion. He stops with his arm pointed toward the sky before coming home with the pitch. His 0-2 upstairs, 1-2, the count on Guevara. The 1-2. Guevara fouls it off the end of the bat, was out ahead of the breaking ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Guevara, a chase and a miss. The pitch down in the dirt. Green applies the tag on Guevara, who's retired for the first time today. Jacob Trusner's, he's had a nice evening. 3 RBIs, 2 for 3. But he's reached base in he's reached base in 3 of 4 plate appearances, as his ground ball to third ended up going over the glove of Daniel Cook back in the 6th inning. Takes the breaking ball from Hill for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Jackson Peterson worked a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 7th. That kept the Zap off the board for the first time all day, as they'd put up runs in each and every inning up until that point. Trusner falls behind, 0-2 in the count. Now the 0-2. Curveball spiked down in the dirt, 1-2. Hill was trying to get a chase on that one, but buried it a little too much as it was well in front of home plate. The lights have been turned on here at Hyde Stadium as we're approaching 8:45 p.m. 1-2 outside, counts 2-2. Hill, the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss from Jacob Trusner. Back-to-back strikeouts begin Ben Hill's outing. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Tyler Hoffman's 0 for 2 today with a walk and a hit by pitch. Hill's fastball check swing. Hoffman did not go around, so the count is 1-0. Cole Ottersberg stands on deck. He had a triple in the 6th inning, which drove in a run. 1-0 pitch taken on the outside corner. Count evens up 1-1 on Tyler Hoffman. Cole Ottersberg would come around to score on a ground ball from Emiliano Curiel. Hills 1-1. Went back to the breaking ball, low and away, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Hit well out toward left center field. Jogging over is Benjamin Green, who puts it away for a 1-2-3 inning. 3 outs to go for Lucas Creighton and the Oahe Zap, who are in search of their 7th straight victory. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com. Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale, all backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
Lucas Creighton back on the mound for the top of the 9th. He will try and shut down the Sasquatch. He's got a 5-run cushion. It's a 12-7 ball game. Creighton will face 5, 6, and 7 in the Sasquatch order. Jordan Bowman, Micah Wallette, and Javier Marcial. The Zap 8-6 right now on the second half of the season, looking to get to 9-6 if Creighton can shut down the Sasquatch here in the 9th. Creighton worked a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 8th, a strikeout, a pop-up to third base, and a line out to left field. His first pitch to Bowman, a strike on the knees, 0-1. Jordan Bowman's 1 for 4 today. He struck out in the 4th and 6th, once swinging, once looking. 0-1 pitch, a little bit below the zone. Count evens up 1-1. Creighton's 1-1 pitch, a little bit outside. 2-1 the count on Jordan Bowman. Creighton misses once again and falls behind 3-1 with a 5-run lead. If you're Lucas Creighton, you're trying to pound the strike zone. Essentially, a walk is equal to a home run in this situation, as Bowman hits that one a mile high, foul territory. Trusner ranging over toward the dugout, runs out of room, and the count runs full on Jordan Bowman. Creighton comes set. Gledhill gives him a target. The 3-2 pitch. Called for strike 3. Lucas Creighton gets Jordan Bowman to go down looking. Second strikeout of the ballgame for Lucas Creighton. And the Zap are 2 outs away. Micah Wallette steps in. Wallette a double to lead off the 7th inning. He's 1 for 4 today. Wallette takes below the knees, counts 1-0. Matthew Gonzalez on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Javier Marcial. Creighton's 1-0, grounded sharply up the middle. Neither Johnson nor Ottersberg able to get to that baseball. Multi-hit game for Micah Wallette. And the Sasquatch with a 1-out base runner in the top of the 9th inning.
Now batting for Sasquatch, number 11, Matthew Gonzalez.
Matthew Gonzalez comes in to pinch hit. Gonzalez hitting .234 this season. Takes a fastball for a strike from Creighton. The count's 0-1. Micah Wallette has speed on first. He's not going anywhere in a 5-run ball game. Creighton's 0-1 is fouled off from Gonzalez. 0-2.
So, in between the batters, don't play no music because I got to read this shit. Because the game will be over if we get 3 outs. So.
Counts 0-2.
They bring it to me at the last minute.
Will Creighton attack here on Gonzalez or perhaps try and get a chase and a miss out of the zone? The 0-2, fastball. Misses up and away, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Misses low, 2-2.
Come on, Neil. You got to watch that super treat, man. Oh, yeah, we get around. That's right.
The Zap, this is the first of their 3-game series against the Sasquatch as Gonzalez fouls that one off and might have hurt his foot on something. Not sure what happened to Gonzalez, hobbling a little bit after that swing. The count's 2-2. Ball games on Thursday and Friday at 6:05 p.m. Central Time. Then they travel to Spearfish for 1. The 2-2 misses low and in. The count's now full on Matthew Gonzalez. Now Lucas Creighton got ahead in the count 0-2, but Gonzalez has worked it full. Creighton's 3-2 upstairs, and it's a walk to Matthew Gonzalez. The Sasquatch now with 2 base runners and 1 man out as Chance Green steps in. Matthew Gonzalez is going to perhaps exit the ballgame, or maybe he's going to talk with his manager, Justice Scott. Gonzalez will exit. We'll get a pinch runner here for Matthew Gonzalez, who tosses his helmet to his teammate. First and second, 1 man out. Zap lead by 5. Creighton trying to shut the door on the Sasquatch. Pitch to Green. That one gets away from Gledhill. The runners will advance 90 feet. Wallette goes to third. Gonzalez goes to second. Or perhaps it's not Gonzalez, as there was a pinch runner who came into the ballgame for Gonzalez.
All right, I forgot to read it, but next one between batters, I got to read the winner.
Counts 1-0 on Chance Green. Green 1 for 4 on the ballgame with a run batted in. Creighton looking in for a sign from Gledhill. Now he has it. Creighton's pitch Swung on and missed, 1-1.
But then I bought another bike from a guy in Kansas that we met Saturday or Sunday.
Green now 4 RBIs in his past 2 ball games. He's batted in 15 runs this season. Creighton's 1-1, outside 2-1. Creighton gave up a walk to Matthew Gonzalez. And walks are really the one thing you can't afford to surrender in a 5-run ball game. Got to make the Sasquatch earn it at the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Down in the dirt, 3-1. Jake Hutter is roaming around in the right field's pen for the Zap. He hasn't begun warming up yet. First base is open with runners on second and third and 1 man out. Counts 3-1, the pitch. Fastball called for a strike on the inside corner. Count runs full.
So, yeah, it was really interesting. I brought my business just today. We're friends on Instagram. It shows the view from his apartment and shit. He's got a couple dogs. He looks like trouble. He just got that look, but he was really
3-2, 1 out.
And we brought one of their little pins to make sure that they were real.
Pitch. Broken bat toward Aiden Johnson at short. Johnson fields, fires to first in time. A run comes home to score. The pinch runner advances from second to third, and the Zap are now 1 out away from 7 straight.
Congratulations. Go ahead and meet Jordan up here in front of the concession stand. All right, here's our batter. Is it Daniel Cook? Yep.
Daniel Cook represents the last out for the Sasquatch. Cook is 1 for 3 on the game with a walk. A runner on third, 2 men out. Creighton's pitch. Fastball hit well over Jackson Mix, a fair ball. That's going to roll to the wall. Walking home to score is the pinch runner. Daniel Cook jogs into second. 2 runs in now for the Sasquatch in the top of the 9th, and it's a 12-9 ball game. Ryan Bachman will make his 6th plate appearance of the ball game. The tying run for the Sasquatch stands on deck in Benjamin Green. Green has 3 home runs this season. We'll see if it gets to Green, as Bachman would have to reach base first. Pitch from Creighton, called for a strike. Beautiful fastball right on the knees of Ryan Bachman. The count's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That one hit well out toward left field. Sends Wiggins back. He's looking up. It's over his head and goes to the wall. Coming home to score, Daniel Cook. Ryan Bachman jogs into second. A 12-10 ball game, and don't look now, but the game tying run is coming to the plate. Well, it was Justice Scott going to go out and grab the batting gloves from Ryan Bachman. Bachman's 28th RBI of the season. And a big spot here for Benjamin Green. Green is the game's tying run. The Zap lead 12-10. After Chance Green grounded out, back-to-back doubles from Daniel Cook and Ryan Bachman have brought the tying run to the plate. Gledhill's going to come out to talk with Lucas Creighton. Jake Hutter has begun warming up in the right field pen for the Zap. Green, 3 home runs this year, 21 RBIs. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Creighton's pitch misses upstairs 1-0. Seth Nelson's on deck. Kyle Finn's in the hole. Nelson with 1 home run this season. Finn with 2. The Sasquatch have power throughout their lineup. Chopper toward first, but it goes foul. The count evens up 1-1. Two outs, 1-1 the count, runner on second. Creighton comes set. Now looks back at the runner, comes home. Pitch, that one misses well outside. The count's 2-1. It was a nice play from Garen Gledhill to keep Ryan Bachman on second. And actually what that does is if Benjamin Green were to reach, that would put runners on the corners, a favorable situation to steal in. Gledhill catches that one as it's outside once again. And Lucas Creighton is behind in the count 3-1. Well, the Zap felt comfortable coming into the top of the ninth with a 5-run lead. They no longer feel comfortable now. 3-1 count, 2 outs, runner on second, 2-run game. That ball hit well out towards center field. Curiel goes back to the warning track, and he couldn't make the play. Green rounds second. He heads toward third. 1 run scores, and the Sasquatch now with the game-tying run just 90 feet away. It was playable for Emiliano Curiel in center field. He stuck his glove out to try and make the play. It would have ended the ball game, but the ball dropped. And Green stands off third with an RBI triple. That'll bring out Haberger. It's a 12-11 ball game. The Sasquatch with 4 runs in the top of the ninth and a runner on third. Creighton will exit. Hutter will enter. We'll step aside. You're watching Oahe Zap Baseball on YouTube.
Imagine starting your new life today by learning and earning. DWU's Learn and Earn program. Give us a shout today. What if you could earn cash while you go to school? Seriously? What if college came to you, right where you live? How about getting your own personal career coach? What if college education was completely reimagined? DWU's Learn and Earn is not your usual program because you get real-world, hands-on experiences. No papers, no lectures, no
Jake Hutter comes into the ballgame for Lucas Creighton as 4 runs are already in the top of the ninth inning. The Zap lead the Sasquatch 12-11 with 2 outs. The game's tying run is on third. Jake Hutter tasked with getting the final out and trying to extend the Zap winning streak to 7 games. Hutter this season in 17 appearances has gone 36 1/3 innings, posting a 4.21 ERA, 29 strikeouts to 9 walks. He's going to face Seth Nelson with Kyle Finn on deck. In steps Seth Nelson. Runner on third. 2 outs, 1 run ball game. Nelson 2 for 5 today. He's driven in a run. Zap lead 12-11. 23 runs combined between these two teams. 26 hits combined between the two sides. Sasquatch with 14 hits and the Zap with 12. Hutter has a sign from Gledhill. His first pitch. Breaking ball inside. Did it catch Seth Nelson? Nelson tossing aside his batting gloves, but Dylan Turner is going to tell him to get back in the batter's box. And the home plate umpire, Dylan Turner, is going to say that it did not hit Seth Nelson. Nelson immediately turned to head down toward first. Now the Sasquatch manager, Justice Scott, is going to come and quickly talk to Nelson. Perhaps tells him to forget about it. It doesn't really change the situation, which is that there's a runner on third 90 feet away from tying the ball game, although Nelson would have been the game leading run for the Sasquatch had he walked down to first. Hutter's 1-0 pitch. Popped up, foul territory. This could do it. Mix over, under it, makes the catch, and the Oahe Zap wins 7 straight. Jake Hutter is fired up as he comes in to record the final out of the ball game. The Zap move to 9-6 on the second half of the season. Oh boy, it got nervous there. A nervous ending as the Sasquatch scored 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning to cut the deficit to 1. With the game-tying run just 90 feet away, Jake Hutter gets Seth Nelson to pop up into foul territory, reminiscent of the game on Monday night in which the Zap won 6-5 and the Sasquatch in the top of the 9th had the game-tying run 90 feet away. The Zap, a 12-11 victory, a 7-game winning streak. 4 out of the 7 games have been won by just 1 run, 2 of which have come via the walk-off fashion. I'm Evan Epstein. Want to thank you so much for tuning in to some Oahe Zap baseball tonight. Zap win 12-11. We'll return tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. for Game 2 against the Spearfish Sasquatch. Make sure to tune in and have a fantastic rest of your night.